Ladies, gentlemen, and all my friends of unspecified genders, don't be concerned about my fit right now. I'm just prepping and hyping myself up. But for like some very cool French style JRPG that I just recently decided I'm gonna play, and I want to be fancy as I played it. Put a comment down in the comment section, like rate my fit from like 1 to 10. I'm setting the bar kind of low. But speaking of lows and highs, well, I guess more lows. The only thing that's low is the temperature. Hopefully you all staying warm. Highs, on the other hand, we're aiming for highs. This is when I hit the record button, this pretty much was how I expected it to go when I first decided to record. The first few seconds was going to be me literally tripping over my own feet. As you can see, my model does not have feet, so I don't know what I'm tripping on. But also, quick segue, don't pay attention to this thing that I am slowly covering up. That is not important. That is lore pertaining to my character. That is for future reference. Like the nice planet. Made it all in Blender. I had to hunt down so many other tutorials. I'm trying to get my character's non-existent feet wet. I'm taking my first steps. Which is to say I'm actually trying to walk the path that I decided when it comes down to, I guess, content creation. They say that every journey starts with a single step. Or is it a single step? I guess semantics. And I occasionally like to take breaks. I like to procrastinate. I like to sit back and try to plan out every single thing. But this year I decided I'm gonna try and do a little bit more. I have countless thoughts teeming in my brain, all up in my think pan, and I am tired of being the only one that constantly hears them. So you're all going to suffer with me as I just ramble for about 5 to possibly 10 minutes. Which, by the way, is a long time. So, yeah. That's mostly what this video is going to be about. I think that's good. That's like a good starting take. Yeah? Okay, then cue the code phrase. Welcome back! Back to the beginning of this. Taking the first steps. It's never easy when we want to try and build up or work on some form of craft. Some people are able to get the ball rolling almost instantaneously. The rest of us, we are pushing a boulder up a mountain, and somebody decided to strap butter clogs to our feet for some reason. So a little bit about my journey that I'm trying to, progress through. I occasionally stream on Twitch. I try to get a little more serious in 2025. It was hard to find time. I had things alternatively planned. I didn't really plan them, but they were things I had to go get done. Or I came down with a sudden one-day flu sickness. It wasn't the big sickness, mind you. It was just I was not feeling well enough to just turn on the turn on the, the PNG and the mic, and I didn't want the bodies, which is what I call most of the people over on Twitch who listen to my VODs, hear me go, I'm dying of a common cold. Someone get me some chicken soup and a blanket. Yeah, I didn't want you guys hearing that. Also, I'm leaving that in, so I'm sorry. But this year, I'm going to try to do more streams. I want to just hit the record button when I feel like I have an idea. I need to hit the record button, grab my mic by the throat hole, and just say whatever is currently going through my brainstem at the moment. Whatever's surging through my head. Re-listen to it. Cut out the parts that doesn't need to be there. Like, for instance, the little empty aired space between the, me saying cue the theme music and cue the code phrase, and then the continuation. That is going to be what I'm going to try and work on. Also, I am going to be uploading all of my old recordings. I have recordings from like 2 to 3 years now at this point. I have the Undertale Let's Play, which I started, never finished. I have episodes 1 and 2 on the channel ready to just be shipped out, but I'm going to take them off the channel so I can edit, intro, outro, credit pages for music and all that. And I'm always thinking about starting up new stuff. So in the meantime, when I have time and I'm not recording something, I'm going to be editing all my past stuff that I have recorded, all my videos that I am just staring at. I have some reactions from last year. Granted, you won't be seeing this current variant, this current incarnation of my PNG, which is something I should probably say, that even though I'm a little late in mentioning, I'm a PNG tuber. I can't do faces. You know what they say, some people have a face for radio, I have a face for podcasts. My humor's a bit dry. I am not a comedian. But what I do have a tendency to do is sketch out some lovely little costumes and thumbnails, which is a reason why so many of my past recordings never got properly edited and uploaded. I have been working on the thumbnails for them, and I get easily distracted and procrastinate. And then next thing you know, it's like 5 months after I've already recorded it. So that's another thing that I'm going to be trying to take care of this year. I'm going to try, hopefully, to get all those thumbnails done. Granted, they may just be like a simple thumbnail, and I'll just occasionally just change like a part 1, part 2, as you will see on the thumbnail. I will also be, uploading more of my art. If you haven't noticed, I made my own PNG. I didn't pay anybody to do this, to make this. I didn't give them a reference sheet to work off of. This is the literal result of my own brainchild. I just wanted to be a little guy. Everybody has like a little anime character, a slime. Can I be the one PNG tuber that just wants to be a soul? I got a bit of inspiration from Shaman King, and I kind of liked how some of the characters were just a tiny little soul ball guy, or sometimes a cat. Actually, it was a jaguar, but semantics. And I was like, hey, it would be easier for me to make a costume. Just bam, voila. I gave this little guy a hat and a pair of glasses. Sorry if you don't see a blink motion. This one is still in the works. I'm still working on the eyes. Sorry, got a little burpee. But I have a bunch of other costumes for this set. For instance, baguette. Oh, sorry. Let me just come out a little bit more so you can see this nice slice of bread, which is what I'm. You know, it's nice. I thought it would be nice. Like I said, I'm taking those first few steps, and I'm actually gonna try it this year. Also, I don't know. Maybe I'll find some new friends. I have very few. Or maybe not friends, but maybe just some people to talk to. Or give people something to talk about. Like, hey, you hear about this guy called Mao Kalas? He's just a little guy. I don't know. I'm like I said, I'm trying. So this is, I guess, the beginning of my journey. It's not easy to just announce that I am going on a journey to do something. But, hey, maybe at the end of this, I'll find something else out of it. Maybe I'll find some personal growth. You know? Because isn't that what all journeys are? A path of discovery and growth. Sometimes, to find it, like I said, we gotta take that first step. Either a strong gust of wind gives us a push, or maybe a friend who's also on their path giving you a little nudge. I don't have hands for this character, as you can clearly see, but I occasionally have a tiny little flame puff that sticks out at the top. Maybe you can use that as, like, you know, the hold as we walk and journey together. Here's how, I guess, the contents and various preceding videos are going to be. As I said, I have a tendency to ramble. This is going to be the first video of 2026. I'm working on a new trailer, by the way. Keep your ears to the ground on that. Actually, don't keep them down there for too long if you're anywhere where stampedes are likely to happen. Unless you got somebody looking around to make sure that there's not a stampede. I mean, that's one path you don't want to be in the middle of. Like I said, I'm not a comedian. I'm a fledgling PNG tuber. Kind of a acolyte. Is it acolyte? I guess acolyte of content creation. And I'm just a little guy. I'm just a dude who is, I don't know, I think I just now want to talk. I just want to talk about whatever at this point. I see other YouTubers, they just record, they just turn it on, record, no big fanfare, no over-the-top animations. They just turn on the mic, talk for about 5 to 10 minutes. Next thing you know, that's it. It's like, I can do that. I can just throw anything together and just call it a day and just be myself. Which is 9 times out of 10 what you're gonna most likely get if you ever watch any of my videos, or, like I said, come check me out on Twitch. I know things get crazy over there, but we tend to just sit back and relax. There are some nice folks over there. Links will be down in the description down below. Eventually my Instagram link will be down there too, but for now it'll probably just be my Blue Sky, my Twitch, my account on the app formerly known as Twitter, even though that's a bit of a dumpster fire on the regular. I mostly go there to go check out art. Eventually, like I said, Instagram will be down there, and I'll have more of my art that I've already finished and on there. And maybe you guys will come check me out. Doesn't really sound all that, you know, like I'm trying to hype it up. Mostly because, you know, I'm just being chill right now. Like I said, I'm going at this, I guess, content creation thing at a nice, easy, smooth pace. Also, I needed to get this off my chest. Right, character does not have a chest. Out of my think pan for about 5 minutes here. And hopefully you guys sat through a good chunk of it. So, I'm gonna let you guys go. I hope you have a lovely evening, night, afternoon. And if you're so inclined, go with peace, love, and stay deviant. Take care. Bye bye then. I love you guys. And see you around. Bye.